Okay, so I am pretty much 39 weeks pregnant and I'm just packing my baby bag because I don't know, everything has just been a whirlwind and I was waiting till I was on maternity leave to like get my shit together, which went happened on Friday, which was been lovely, but like this week has just been a blur, like mayhem blur of picking up just everything, like literally everything, like the car seat, the double pram, clothes for her, nappies, wipes, for just everything. Anyway, and the big item that I desperately needed for my baby bag was the like nappy undies. So I with my first, I don't know if they existed back then. That was in 2018. But I didn't have them. And with my second, I had them and I had this brand, Baby Bump. What is it? Bubba Bump. And I bought them like online through a store and I feel like they were quite expensive. But then I noticed that they had them at Chemist Warehouse recently and they were $15 for a packet of eight, which seems kind of high. But in saying that, they were just like way better than pads. You really didn't have to think about it. You just like pulled it on, and they were so comfortable. This brand in particular was so comfortable. And yes, so but the problem was when I went there, having back to back babies has made me really wide, and I've gone from like before I had my second, I was kind of like a 10-12, and then after him I was like 12-14, and now I'm kind of like a 14-16, which is fine because I like love my body, grateful that I've been able to have all these pregnancies, and I actually don't mind. Like I feel a lot more like womanly than I did previously. Anyway, but the point was that I had to get larges, and they only had one packet left. So 8 pads is not, or 8 disposable undies are not enough. So the good thing is that somehow it's like a whole industry now for incontinence. There's a whole section, and it's meant to be for like I don't know if that's just like for older people or like there's heaps of people now who are really like can't control their bladder. Anyway, so I went through like all of them. I was in the aisle for so long. It took forever because there's so many, and then there's like super plus night apparently maxi. I don't know. Anyway, so for the second packet, because I couldn't find another packet of those, I'm not going to have time to buy them online, and there wasn't a lot of like Chemist Warehouse stock around, and it's like so hot. Like the last 2 days, yesterday was I don't know something like 30, probably like 34, 35. Today's 36, 37, and I cannot be asked driving around to find another packet. So I'm just gonna get a different brand. And so I got these Tena Pants Protect. Don't know. They were like the most absorbent. It's a level 7. Don't know. Um, they're meant to be like dry, secure odor protection because piss stinks, which is very different to blood and like whatever else comes out. I mean, there's other liquids that come out as well as blood. But anyway, my problem was when I was looking at the packaging, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but like it looks like it's really low. Like I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like even when I have my period, like post my second, I feel like the pads weren't even high enough. Like I kept having like high explosions. I don't know how to say it nicely. Um, so I really was looking for more of like a whole nappy rather than just like a pad that's like built into a pant. Anyway, why don't you open them? Obviously, I couldn't open them in the store. So let's get it ready. So this one was like, holy shit, they're huge. How many are these? So it's a 12 pack and it was $25. How much is that? Like $2, $3. And that was 15 for 8. So I suppose they're kind of similar. Anyway, okay, so these are fucking huge. And I think I've overdone it. But in saying that, it actually does go like all the way up to the top, and then it's just high waisted, and it seems to go like all the way up the back. They're so ugly, but like you do what you gotta do, hey. And I guess they've got like side guards, so that'll be okay. And then we'll have a look at the other one. Yeah, like quality wise, the actual brand, the Bubba Bump ones, are way nicer, but they're freaking huge too. Okay, so I really think I overdid it. Like that seems, but it says suitable for sizes 12 to 20, and they're quite like stretchy, so I don't know. Anyway, they go like up really high at the front and the back. They feel a bit more like sturdy than the other ones. Like these are having a real like retirement village or like aged care facility vibe. And these are like just, you feel slightly a bit more bougie while you're bleeding out your fucking vagina. Anyway, I don't know. I think I'm gonna pack, not that I hope to be in hospital for very long, but I think I'm gonna pack like a couple of both just in case I hate one of them. We'll see. And it's really annoying because I was slightly looking forward to having a break, like even if it was just one night and it's with a newborn and I just gave birth. I feel like that's a break. But it turns out that they're doing heaps of renovations at the hospital that I'm going to in Sydney, and they've moved the postpartum ward to like a different level, whatever. But it's 4 to a room. That's ridiculous. Like for my second, well, for my first, I had a room all to myself, but it was kind of like a out there hospital, Werribee Hospital in Victoria, and it was so nice. Well, it wasn't like so nice, but it was so nice to have a room to myself. And then when I had my second, I shared a room, but the woman that I was with was just like going through it. Like she had had a C-section. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but like you're in a shared room, so you hear everything. She had had a C-section, and she was in like sounded like she was in like really like a lot of pain, and her daughter wasn't feeding, and her milk wasn't really coming in, but then she was really anti giving like top up formula, which I mean, I just feel like you should just, like fed is best. I understand like breast milk is by far superior to formula. Totally understand that and agree with that. But like, if your milk's not coming in and your baby's really hungry, like you should just give it some food. Anyway, the baby's sugar levels dropped and ended up having to go to the NICU during the night. And then the mum was like mad stressing, and then she kept having these lactation nurses coming in, and she could barely sit up because she was in so much pain. So it was like this whole problem, which, obviously, like she's going through it, no judgment or anything. But it was really hard to fucking sleep. It was really hard to do anything because, like, I was just trying to chill, and she just constantly had people coming through. Sucks for her, but ends up sucking for me, whatever. But now there's going to be 4 to a room, and surely there's going to, like, everyone's going to be having their problem, and everyone's going to be having their own like doctors and nurses coming in. I'm just really not looking forward to it at all. um so they give you the option that you can go home from like between 4 to 6 hours as long as everything's okay. So like that's an option, but I really wasn't keen on that because then I'd be coming home and my toddler, well, like he's 1, well he's like um so he's like 14, 15 months old. I feel like that's a toddler, or he's a baby. I don't know. He walks. So, like, I guess he's a toddler. Um, anyway, but like, he's very attached, which is the sweetest thing. But like, I just wanted to, like, not have to, just not. And like, I'm gonna be in pain and just, oh, anyway. So we'll see how I feel. It depends on the room. It depends on the people in the room. a lot of the mum groups that I was looking at comments, some were all good, and then some were like horrific experiences. Like for some of the mums that they had in their like share for area were like wailing, crying, like just having the hardest emotional time. And then there were a lot that were saying to pack like earbuds or something because heaps of the mums that they shared rooms with were like full on like hardcore snoring, and they couldn't sleep because of the snoring, which I thought was a little bit funny because that'll probably end up being me. I'll probably pass out, and can tend to have a little bit of a snore. But my partner snores, and even like my son snores. He has like the sweetest little snore. So I'm used to snoring, so I don't think that would be a problem for me. But anyway, I digress. But yes, so baby bag. I'm gonna pack a couple of those different options. I also got these wipes, which are probably just like marketing hype, but soothing postpartum recovery wipes, formulated pre-moistened witch hazel. Witch hazel I thought was kind of strong. Like when I've used it on my face before, it was like a real tingle, which seems like it would be a bit too strong for down there, but I don't know. Wipes to speed up healing and reduce swelling postpartum. Now with added probiotics and exclusive new formula. Anyway, I do like wipes, especially like down there. Like when I have my period and stuff, it never feels like clean enough. So I always like to have some of those. And yeah, certainly it was quite sensitive. I went with actually my first and my second, they ended up doing a cut, a episiotomy or something. So I had stitches. So I'm probably gonna end up having the same thing third time round. And like yeah, it was like I was dabbing very gently with the toilet paper, but I feel like a wipe will just like help that process. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they go. These were the only like postpartum things. I mean, it's Chemist Warehouse, so like there may not be that many on the market, but they also like don't need to have like every brand. Anyway, see how they go. But yeah, so not long to go now. We shall see. I'm hoping that like we can just hold out till like after Christmas. Just like get through this week of like calm, just chill. My partner's finishing work today, school's finishing today, so everyone will be home. And I might be able to get like a couple minutes a day to myself while everyone's home, which would be amazing. And then yeah, oh my god, I'm just like, we're just not prepared, like at all. And it's more of a like financial thing because there's so many things that I'd like prefer to buy, but you know, you gotta weigh up what you're spending it on. So yeah, anyway, is what it is. Bare minimum over here, but we'll get there, we'll get through it. And yeah, that's that for this little rant. Sorry, 14 minutes later, and all I wanted to do was show you two different brands of nappy pants. Okay, bye.